You control the center and open your light-squared bishop. Solid. Your opponent prepares the bishop for the long diagonal, contesting from afar, developing the bishop and increasing influence in the center. Your opponent fianchettos the bishop to control the long diagonal. Good job defending that pawn. Your opponent allows a free pawn capture with this move. You won a pawn for free. They kick your bishop with a pawn, forcing it to move or be captured. A good choice to move your threatened bishop. You are now able to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. You missed an opportunity to capture a pawn and win material after the follow-up trades. Their better move was to develop a knight and attack the center. This leaves your attacked pawn to be captured. Capturing your hanging pawn. You are losing a knight this way. A clear recapture. You developed your bishop, but blocked your center pawn. Your best move. They bring out their knight, increasing their control over the center. Castling protects your king and activates your rook. They've neglected to castle, leaving their king exposed to potential threats. Their better move. Your rook takes an open file, a good way to activate the rook. This is the only move that works. They stop the check by interposing a piece between your rook and their king. You're kicking their bishop out of a useful square. They had a better way to reveal an attack on the bishop. Your best move was to move a bishop to safety. This is the only good move. A long-range capture from your opponent wins your bishop. You bring in another attacker and turn up the pressure on the bishop. You are now able to win material by eventually trapping a piece. You missed an opportunity to win material by eventually trapping a piece. This is the only move that works. They move their king out of the check from your rook. Your best move was to win a tempo by threatening a queen. You allowed the opponent to take an open file with a rook. Their better move was to take an open file with a rook. You missed a better way to reveal an attack on the knight. This move left their knight hanging. You had an opportunity to capture a free knight. This is the only good move. They move their king out of the check from your bishop. You permitted the opponent to sacrifice a rook for a nice tactic. Your opponent sacrificed their rook, a stunning move. Your best move was to reveal a check while also attacking a rook. They played the strongest move available. Nice! Definitely the right move. This is the only move that works. Their king steps away from the check by your queen. This move is okay, but not what I would have played. You are now able to win a bishop through a fork. You can win a bishop with a fork. Very nice. They missed a better way to block a check from the opposing queen. That bishop was yours for the taking. The rook slips away as white avoids material loss. This move gives you a passed pawn, free to advance up the board. That's playable. Your last piece has joined the game. Their best option was to centralize a knight so it controls more squares. You kick the opposing queen with a pawn, forcing it away. You had the upper hand, and now your position is winning. Your opponent made a mistake, but you missed the chance to punish them. This move gives you the opportunity to win their knight. This move loses a pawn. They've made a mistake, and their rook is now lost. You miss the only move in a critical position. That was the only move. A clear recapture. You get a chance to win a knight through a fork. Nice way to win material using a fork. They move their king out of the check from your pawn. That knight was yours for the taking. Their knight is in your pawn's path. Good awareness keeps the pawn alive here. You are going to lose your pawn to this fork. You calmly step the rook out of trouble. They missed a chance to capture a piece and complete a tactic. Good job. That's what I would have played too. They move their king out of the check from your rook. Your pawn is undefended, so this move loses material. That's not a mistake, but they did not find the best move here. Very good choice. Their king steps away from the check by your rook. You've just allowed your pawn to be taken without a fight. Decent move, but they had a better one. Yes, this is the way. That's playable. You can win a knight with a fork. Very nice. That was the only move. Nicely done. You wrapped up the tactic and collected the knight. They uncover an attack that puts your pawn under threat. You have to use your king in the endgame. They took your pawn for free. They are threatening to force eventual checkmate. You prevented your opponent from being able to force eventual checkmate. They played one of the best moves here. You captured that free pawn, defending their hanging pawn. Passed pawns must be pushed. Their rook is now active on an open file. Your passed pawn is one step closer to promotion. They are threatening to checkmate the king.